So then Prodigy died.
Yep.
42 years old. Rest in peace to Prodigy. That shit hurt, bro. Y'all know we used to place me and my man Jarrell, God bless the day, used to trap at. We used to call that shit Queensbridge. Like, we love Mobb Deep. I bet you Chris wants to say Prodigy's one of the greatest of all time now. Remember we had that argument with him and Taxstone? He was like, Prodigy? No, Prodigy ain't it. You still feel that way?
Look, I was never a big Prodigy fan. I respect him a lot because I know a lot of people that he knew. He was like a dude who would always come through if like Premium Pete had an event.
Yeah.
Like he was a dude who would actually come out and support people. So yeah, I respected him a lot on that level. As an MC, I'm not going to lie. Like I was never a huge Prodigy fan.
Oh, no, you said that he wasn't. When I said that at one point Prodigy was the best rapper alive.
Wow.
At one point.
It's a generational thing. It's like when Phife died, that really rocked me.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like that was sad to you, but it probably didn't rock you, right?
No, it was sad. But I didn't listen to Tribe like I listened to Mobb.
Like I respect
Prodigy.
Prodigy. Like he was nice. It just slightly different eras.
But let me get to the point. So yeah, Philando Castile, I'm depressed. Prodigy, I'm depressed. So I'm shooting this new show at MTV that I'm executive producing and I'm hosting, and we do field shoots. And in the middle of the field shoot, we all had to take break at this restaurant. I think it was in like Queens or Brooklyn. I don't remember. So I'm eating in this restaurant. I see this beautiful family, man. It's this little girl, and she got her cap and gown on, and I see like the mother. I guess it was just. I'm assuming it's the mothers, grandmothers, and. It's a family. I'm just like, oh, that's beautiful. And then they're like, hey, Charlamagne, how are you? This is Nicole Bell and Sean's son. I'm like, it's the Bell family. So it's Sean Bell's widow, and it's his daughter. His daughter graduated from 5th grade. Yeah, that shit depressed me so much because I'm sitting there thinking, like, you don't realize the impact these killings are having until you see these people's families. Because the same energy that I felt when I'm around Eric Garner's widow and his daughter, or when I've been around Trayvon Martin's parents, it's the same exact energy coming from the Bell family. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, this guy don't even get to see his daughter graduate the 5th grade. Like a lot, like we could be desensitized because we see it so much. We just thinking, oh, that's just another guy that got shot, and we'll put the name on Twitter. But when you see the impact that this shit has on a person's family, you like. So I was just fucked up. I'm not even front. I still feel the way. I had anxiety all last night. Fucking heart beating fast, jumping up off of just thinking about all this shit, all of it. Like I'm trying to deal with my and I read this in one of Ryan Holiday's books. Ryan Holiday says you have to deal with your mortality. He said dealing with your mortality is what gives you purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize, like, and this Gary Vaynerchuk even says. I remember.
You're afraid of death?
I'm not afraid of it. I just want to see everything all the way through. I got like, and it's more. You got kids.
Once you're dead, you're dead. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but then I
don't fear death. I fear not accomplishing the goals I want to accomplish. I feel being maimed in a certain way where I won't be able to accomplish my dreams. But death. Once I'm dead, I'm dead.
I fear not being there for my family.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
That's my whole thing. Like that's it.
But once you're dead, you're not even gonna worry about that. Like,
yeah, but you know how it's gonna impact your kids.
Absolutely.
Sure. I get that. My point is like. Imagine you were alive and couldn't provide for your family. That's my fear. Is being in a wheelchair.
I can deal with that. I swear to God, I can deal with that.
Really?
I think about that all the time. Because I'll go work at Walmart. I'll recycle cans. I'll give
McDonald's
blood. I swear, I promise to God I would. Right. I would do whatever I had to do to provide my family. I just want to be here. Being here is important, man.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you
don't
just
think about it.
I do. I don't know why. But I guess ever since I read that in Ryan's book, because it is something that you don't ever think about. Because I'm the type of person I always say the things you want to happen in your life, you constantly think about. The things you don't want to happen, you don't think about at all. Yeah. But that's something that's gonna happen regardless. Yeah, we could go see it.
This shit,
you can't escape it. It's just a matter of when.
Death is undefeated, Mayweather.
Oh man, death and father time. So my whole thing is like every time I see somebody like Prodigy pass or whatever, I'm like, I just want to live for as long as possible, bro. I want to live so long that when I pass, people will be like, oh, I thought he was already dead. like that's how long I want to live. Yeah, like I want to be that Betty White, get so old I disappear age. Yeah. By the way, Betty must be really old right now. When the last time you seen Betty White?
Yeah, she's like 100, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Betty faded. Betty got out the way. Betty retired on the low and ain't tell nobody.
She had that show. She had the hot in
Cleveland
and some shit. Cleveland won the championship. She's like, my work is done. I don't got to help y'all motherfuckers anymore.
But it's just like, I don't know. I just don't, and I hate to see people's lives taken.
Yeah.
For shit that can be prevented. Like for me, we're already dealing with the fact that we're going to go someday anyway. So it's just like, I hate when people life gets cut short in that manner.
Yeah, it was shitty, man. It was so shitty. I mean, I was watching. Well, I guess just for the Mobb Deep thing, weird little fact is Mobb Deep was one of the first rap CDs that I purchased.
Which one? Infamous?
Yeah, the Infamous. Okay. I purchased the Infamous, and I was too embarrassed to buy just that CD because I thought that the person at the register was think I was gonna try. I was trying to be hood buying a Mobb Deep CD. This is how silly you would think when you're 12 years old. So I bought a Weezer CD.
There you go, balance, baby.
Balance it out.
You're not gonna profile me.
I literally, isn't that crazy?
Just in case you think I'm not using my white privilege, you know what I'm saying? I just want to show you.
Listen, back then white privilege wasn't a thing. You just buy rap CDs.
You just
willy-nilly.
You're liberal.
Exactly.
That's all.
I'm diverse.
Diverse.
I walked up there, I look just like Buddy Holly. But deep inside my head, I was really thinking about
that mob.
That mob,
Where'd
man.
you buy it? Tower Records?
Tower Records right there on fucking Lafayette, man. Absolutely. So, or it was on Broadway. But, it wrapped
4th.
over to Lafayette. Yeah, Broadway and 4th.
And then I still got that kid in me that feels like superheroes aren't supposed to die.
Hey, man.
Because these are our superheroes.
Yep.
Athletes, rappers.
It's true, man.
Like, I love these people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, certain television hosts, you're like, oh, shit.
That dude died?
What?
Yeah.
Like, he's not supposed to go.
But the Philando Castile thing was real interesting because I remember looking at the video. At first, when I saw the video, I hear the verdict is not guilty. And I'm watching the video primed to think, okay, something must have happened in this video to justify him getting a not guilty verdict. Because remember, it's not murder, it's manslaughter. Manslaughter is an easy charge to put on someone.
Yeah, it's hard to get hard. You rarely see cops get murdered.
Yeah, because murder is premeditated, right? Especially if it's murder one, it's like, I want to go kill someone, I'm trying to find him and kill him. That's hard to put on a cop. But manslaughter, you could think. So I go and initially when
he had child endangerment charges too.
Child endangerment charges as well. So when I initially see the interaction with the guy, again, I tweeted, and I was not tweeting, I was texting you guys this, and I was like, guys, you got to see this video. The cop says, Philando says, officer, I just want to let you know I have a firearm on me. And the cop said, he goes, okay, well, just don't pull it out. And then it sounds like Philando says, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Or I can't not pull, something like that, or I'm going to have to pull it out, or I'm going to have to. It's something like that. And I'm like, guys, if he said that, I totally understand why the cop did that. He's still reaching for something. But if you listen to it clearly again, he goes, I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to pull it out.
Once he says, I'm not going to pull it out, you're right there. You asked him to take out his license and registration. He's reaching for that. And you still should. It's like, man, you're not qualified to be on the job, bro. You got to charge this guy with something. At the very least, child endangerment. But I think it's completely justified to charge him with manslaughter. And you brought up a great point also, which is where is the NRA in this situation? This guy did exactly what a firearm carrying citizen is supposed to do. He was completely by the book. And if the NRA drops the ball on this, you're making a clear distinction on whose side you support.
I don't like to play the race card. I don't like to say that somebody's a racist organization, but people have accused the NRA of that in the past. Yeah. If you don't, I spoke
to a black NRA dude. His name is Colin Noir.
What did he say?
And he wrote an article about it for The Guardian.
Okay.
And he was like, this is absolutely manslaughter. He's like the most famous black representative for the MRAs.
Well, where's he at? Because all these, I'm hearing news outlets are reaching into the NRA, and they not.
He's part of it. He's a representative.
They need to talk to him because the NRA. I know some organizations who have reached out to the NRA and they haven't even responded. They won't even give no comment.
You should talk to this guy because he's very vocal. Because remember when we had the episode we were talking about guns and I was like pulling up, you only pull out a gun because of fear?
Yeah.
Well, he tweeted something that I said that, and then the NRA community went crazy on me. They were shitting all over. What are you talking about? And that's when I started understanding people who carry guns because I had all these women messaging me on Twitter saying, listen, there was someone who came to my house and he was trying to rape me, and I luckily had a gun and he didn't end up raping me. So you're saying I shouldn't have a gun? I should get raped? I'm like, ooh, okay. But that being said, NRA, you got to step your ass
Where the fuck is the NRA, bro?
You can't be surprised if people think the NRA is racist when you have a firearm carrying citizen do exactly what he's supposed to do and get killed in front of his wife and kid. Like, this is the perfect example for the NRA to step up and say, hey, black people who carry guns, all we care about is people who carry guns. It don't matter your race, and we got your back if you do it right. You dropping the ball right here.
And
man.
most guns are black. Like guns are like one of the few things on this planet that don't really have a color scheme. All right, most guns are black all across the board. And by the way, nobody carries a white gun. Who carries a white gun?
Just super villains.
You
know what I mean? Like, you
white or gold?
A bad motherfucker. You gotta be Nick Cage and Face Off.
I'm with you, man. I don't know why the NRA hasn't stepped up. And when you read this guy, what's the guy's name? Yanamez. What's his name?
Yanis.
I'll get Chris to pull over and get back. But when you read what he said, he goes, well, I smelled weed. And anybody that would smoke weed around a kid doesn't care about my life. Bro, you want to talk about smoke? You want to talk about smoke around a kid?
When's the last time you got high and you're like, I need to shoot something? If I'm high, I could barely pull the trigger. I'm that loose. I'm that chill. The last thing I'm going to do is shoot someone and kill somebody.
In your mind, you're like, if this guy would smoke around a kid, he would shoot you. So your reasoning for that is to shoot in the car? You know what I'm saying? Even his partner said, I did not know what the fuck happened. His partner said it all happened so fast.
Which makes sense because the partner was over on the other side. He's not really hearing I believe his partner.
Yeah, his partner was like, why did he shoot him?
Yeah, his partner didn't even say, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And his partner, to his partner's credit, immediately went, grabbed the kid, got him out the way. Yep. You know what I mean?
And the guy got fired. So that clearly lets you know that it was Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
I think it was Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota. The police department in Minnesota clearly thought he did something wrong.
But what they also said is, we are going to help him find another job. I think they fired him for some PR shit. I think they knew that if they kept this guy on after he clearly killed somebody and was wrong, that it would be horrible for the perception of the department. So they're like, listen, you're going to go, but we're going to help you find a new job. And they publicly said they're going to help him find a new job. I prefer they say, hey, fuck him, man. We got to have better cops on duty. We fucked up by hiring somebody who's going to react like that in this situation. I'm sorry, you got to go. You got to be accountable, yo.
You got to be accountable, man. And the crazy thing about these situations...
Police always are telling us as you know, normal citizens, be accountable for your actions, be accountable for what you do. Well, then take your own advice, yo. Take your own advice.
Listen, I agree with you. Like and it always comes in twos. Because a couple of weeks ago, it was the white female police officer who shot the guy. The guy was standing outside the car with his hands up. She shot him. She got off. So it's just like, yo, what kind of message are you sending to people?
Bro, you know how you know that this dude is absolutely guilty? When guys like, and we're going to have him on next week, but Ben Shapiro, these real conservative guys like Ben Shapiro who have, come out against, I don't want to say against it, but have been very critical of a lot of the, police killing black people in terms of situations and saying it's not race situations, saying in some of these situations the police were defending themselves, etc. When even a guy like Ben says this guy's absolutely guilty. From what I saw in the video, he's 100% guilty and it should have been manslaughter charge. When I see the conservative right who do not buy any of the hoopla about, cops killing black people, go absolutely. Bro, there's nothing else you could think.
First of all, it's not too many things more American than the right to bear arms. Like, that shit goes back to the days of the wild motherfucking West. Yeah. In a lot of ways, you could say that's what America was built on. So when you see somebody, exercising their right to bear arms, doing everything that they're supposed to do, letting this guy know, hey, I got my gun, I'm not going to pull it, and you get shot 4 fucking times. And I'm going to tell you what else makes it look crazy. All the white people that Philando used to work for loved him. Like, I saw some of the most, them signs were bringing tears to my eyes. Like, one little boy was holding a sign that said, Philando used to help a disabled kid from lunch to his class every day. Like, he was beloved at his school. It's like he served 500 kids and knew every single one of them by name. I come in this room every Wednesday and don't even know everybody's name that does this podcast sometimes. So it's just it's just bugged out to me, man. So long story short, I still feel away because it's like it was Philando Castile, then it was Prodigy, then seeing Sean Bell's family, and then it tied right back into Philando Castile, and then TMZ put out that stupid ass headline saying Prodigy choked on an egg, and that depressed me because I was like, Prodigy has survived the mean streets of Queensbridge, survived bullets in prison, and you're gonna tell me that he choked on an egg, TMZ? And
I'm not gonna lie, and I was telling you guys this in a group text when you were like, he was in the hospital because of sickle cell. I didn't even know you could die from sickle cell. I didn't even know sickle cell was real. I thought that was like some myth shit.
Nah, sickle cell anemia.
I don't even know what it does.
There's 2 forms of sickle cell. I know sickle cell anemia, and the crazy part is the average life expectancy of somebody with sickle cell is like 42 to 48.
But what do you die from?
I think it's an autoimmune disease. So
like AIDS.
Well, yeah, it just breaks you down really slowly, and it probably makes you more susceptible to other stuff. So if you get like a pneumonia or something.
So you die from a cold. You don't die from sickle cell.
Probably.
Yeah, that's how AIDS kills you.
Your blood
That's
cells
what it
can't
is?
process oxygen.
So and you can't just throw some more red blood cells in there?
I mean, I think I think where it trips a lot of people up is it's one of these things like if you eat really, really clean and really take care of yourself, you can beat it for a long time. But the problem is you're in pain, so your tendency is going to be to self-medicate. Your tendency is going to be to want to drink and smoke because you're fucked up all the time. So it's that tricky balance.
When I spoke to Prodigy about it, God bless the dead, Prodigy, he said morphine.
Oh, that's heroin.
He said that's what they do. He said they give you mad morphine and just wait for the pain to go away. I remember in 2000, maybe 2003, 2004, Mobb Deep had an album coming out called America's Nightmare. And they came through Columbia, South Carolina, and my man D-Tech had got them on a promo show. So me, D-Tech, and Frosty did a party, and we had Mobb Deep at the Holiday Inn Express in Columbia, South Carolina. And I interviewed Mobb Deep that night before the show. And then Prodigy had a sickle cell attack. Like literally, so he couldn't even come to the show that night. And I remember my man Big G knew somebody else who had sickle cell, and I guess she had, I don't even know what the medicine was. Maybe it was morphine. I don't remember what it was. But whatever it was, Prodigy needed it, so he went and got some from the girl to give to Prodigy, and Prodigy was just like, yo, thank you very much. But he still couldn't come do the show. But I mean, that's just something that affected him all throughout his life. Like, yeah, they say it hit him this weekend. He had to go check himself in the hospital in Vegas. And that's where he ultimately died. And according to TMZ, he choked on an egg, which I don't believe.
I mean, if they give you a lot of morphine and someone's not in your room all the time and you try to eat something and your body's shut down, that's pretty believable.
Maybe your body shut down, you could pass out while you're eating. Like you see these heroin dudes, they're just sitting on the street slumped over but still standing somehow. Imagine you're eating an egg. And then all of a sudden, you start passing out. You still got the egg in your mouth. You start to swallow. Boom.
I just didn't like how TMZ reported that, but didn't. Like, if you read the article, it said the cause of death hasn't been determined.
But we think it's an egg.
Yeah, so why report that? Like, I would have no problem with Prodigy choking on an egg if it said autopsy report show.
Yeah.
That's the TMZ thing. They jump out in front of stuff.
No, they don't. That's why I got so mad at TMZ, because TMZ usually waits
has a source
and reports the correct story. Absolutely. That's why I was like, why would you do that? Especially the Prodigy, man. Yeah,
this dude's gangster.
Gangster as fuck. Yeah, come on, listen to his music. I punch you in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone. You choke on an egg.
Poultry.
Get the fuck out of there.
That's wrong. That's disrespectful.
That was disrespectful. And then I was like, you don't even think about the families, because families don't even know what happened yet.
At least say like a chicken bone. Don't give the egg. Like, because you feel like you could swallow an egg.
They're dry though.
What, eggs?
Yeah, if you think about it,
like scrambled egg?
Not scrambled. I'm thinking hard boiled.
That's what I thought. I was like, he had to be eating if this is true, which is probably not.
I'm not gonna lie, eating hard boiled eggs is not gangster at all.
I love hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, but you're not gangster.
That's true. I love them in a nice salad when they're hard-boiled, and I like when they put them on top of the salad, and I have to squash it up myself.
Yeah, I want to know if we got some real gangsters out there going, hey, man, you know what I'm having for lunch today? Some Henny and a salad with some hard-boiled eggs. Just chop it up real nice. Maybe throw some little cilantro.
You hood Negroes ain't eating your egg whites, bro. You hood.
I don't eat the yolk. There's too much fat in the yolk. I just go with the white.
Yo, you eat some egg whites in the morning, and they go shoot somebody at noon? That's hood, bro. You need protein to pull that motherfucking trigger.